Scrappy family, Amanda here with my favorite scrapper. We are going to work on another double page layout today, featuring some photos of my family at the annual Disney Springs Christmas tree stroll. This was back in 2022. We went to Disney Springs on our way to Port Canaveral. We stopped over. We were heading on a New Year's Day cruise that year. So these are just some photos. My husband, my daughter, and I looking at the beautiful trees. So this is a raya tree. I don't know which one this is. Coco, Encanto, just a picture of her with Mickey, a topiary of Mickey with us. This is the Moana tree, and then just another tree. So some of our favorite trees. I thought I had the map somewhere here, but I can't find it. So we're just going to do it like this. I don't want to cut any of these pictures down because of all of the trees. They're so high. And I want to keep the full length of the trees. So I think I'm going to do somewhat of a grid pattern for these photos. I think I like how this looks. And then I can do some pockets of embellishing on the sides. Now, I kind of wavered back and forth with how to do this layout, if I should focus on Christmas paper, if I should focus on Disney paper, and I think I landed on Christmas paper because it is the Christmas holiday, and if you didn't know that these were Disney themed trees, you wouldn't even know we were at Disney, aside from the topiary Mickeys. So with that being said, I'm going to utilize this paper pad, Christmas Magic. It's Echo Park. It's a 6x6 paper pad. I know I say it all the time, but 6x6 are my preferred form of pattern paper. And I'm going to utilize this. It has some really great patterns in here. I think I'm going to use the Christmas tree pattern. It just makes sense for this page. So yeah, I think I like this layout. Let's go ahead and start cutting down our paper and let's see how it goes. We're going to go ahead and get started by cutting down this Christmas tree paper to a 4x6 so that it can fit in between. And then I'm going to cut down this green paper to the same size as a 4x6. It also has some Christmas trees on it, but it reads as a solid. Then I'm going to take this red gingham and I'm going to cut that down into 4 half-inch strips that I'm going to put on either side of the photo block on the right-hand page. So I'm just adhering down my photos and everything is just a little shorter than 6 inches. So there's going to be like a 1/4 inch of white space that's going to be between the two rows on the left-hand page, the top row and the bottom row, when this layout is done. So the pictures don't always print true to size 4x6, so they're probably like 4 by 5 3/4 or something. Because of that, I am going to have to trim off the excess pattern paper because I did cut the pattern paper by 6, but it's just a hair longer than the photos. So I do turn the paper around and trim off that excess for the pattern papers. Now I'm going to move over to the right-hand page. I'm just going to line up my photos here so that we have 2 inches on either side of the photo block. Again, because these pictures are not true 4x6, there's going to be that slight gap in between the two photo sections as well. So I'm going to put my pictures down, make sure they're even, and then I'm going to ink up the edges of the red gingham paper and then line those up along the side of the photos. Now, because I was working with a 6x6 paper pad, the pattern on the ginghams don't line up directly, but that's okay because I will make up for it with embellishments later on in the layout. So that's something that you can do whenever you are utilizing your 6x6 paper pads and the patterns don't line up exactly. In the seam area is where you can just choose that as your embellishment cluster. And I'm just chopping off a little excess here for the top and the bottom. Now I'm going to look through the 6x6 paper pad. I'm looking for my title and journaling blocks. So here I'm going to cut out the Christmas tree icon here from the 3x4 cut apart, and then this journaling block as well, so that we can utilize those on the layout. I'm just going to audition it in a couple of places, and I end up deciding to cut out the journaling block itself from the 3x4 card and not use that red background, just to make it a little bit smaller and easier to use anywhere on the layout. Now I pull out the ephemera packet that goes with this collection, just to take out some bits and pieces to add to the layout. So here I am just pulling out pieces that I think I'll want to use. Doesn't necessarily mean all of them will end up making it on the final layout. After I've picked out everything that I want from the ephemera packet, I'm just going to take some of those elements and place them around the layouts to see what I like and where things may fit. I look through the paper pad again to see if there's anything else that I may want to pull out to add, because this paper pad really did have some really great cut aparts on it. I'm just changing out a couple of things, testing them out. I end up cutting out this red square at the bottom, and I'll utilize that somewhere on the layout. Then I switch out my journaling section because I feel like it just looks better with the trees. So I ink up the journaling block and I start to write my journaling, just capturing what we were doing there at Disney Springs. And then I'm going to adhere that flat to the background. And then here I'm going with the 3x4 card that says "Oh Christmas Tree." That's going to be in the green block. And I do decide to pop that up on some foam. And in the top cluster where I have the journaling block, I have this Santa that has a sign that says "Merry Christmas." So I ink the edges of that, and then I decide to pop that up on some foam squares. And again, just laying the journaling down flat. Over on the right hand side, I decide to add this red block that I cut out from the paper pad as well, covering the seam of the 6x6 papers. And then I'm going to do the same on the right hand side of that as well, with another embellishment that I got from the ephemera packet. Looking at this page, I just feel like it looks a little empty. So I go back to my ephemera packet because I remembered that there were some banner pieces in there, and I'm thinking about adding those to the sides of the layout. On the back of the ephemera packet, it showed that there were 4 banner pieces, but I must have used one somewhere or lost it because I couldn't find it. So I end up going back to the paper pack and kind of makeshifting the embellishment that I'm going to use. So I'm going to cut off a piece here and I'm going to fishtail it and add it to the right hand side of the page, and then utilize one of the banners from the ephemera packet to accompany the one that I made from the paper pad. And then I do the same on the left hand side as well of that photo cluster, just to add some additional character to that empty space. I think it really brings that out and makes it look complete. And so I just kind of flip-flop the colors and the patterns a bit. A smaller poinsettia banner on the left-hand side with a solid green, and then a larger poinsettia with a green small banner on the right-hand side, just to play off those patterns with each other. Okay, we're going to call this layout done. I'm just going to add one more tiny embellishment to each of our embellishment clusters. So I'm going to put a Mickey head in each of our embellishment clusters. So I like that, and I think I'm going to call it done at this point. I am loving working through my stash. I love being able to use regular papers for Disney layouts just like this. It is Christmas paper, has nothing to do with Disney. However, I'm able to document beautifully a Disney trip. So I'm very proud of my layout. I hope that you get to do something creative to make yourself proud today as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.